Hi, Virgo. Okay. In the work category, the first card is the King of Cups. So the King of Cups is an emotionally mature man. He'd be a very caring boss. He would be, he'd make you feel good about things. He would be encouraging and thoughtful. The bad side of him is someone that's, gets very angry and emotional and gets really worked up and fired up and takes offense to things easily. That would be sort of his more negative qualities. But we'll see what the other cards are to see if if he's in a more positive light or in a more negative light. Okay, so we do have the Five of Wands, and that can mean, so this is an interesting card, and it really depends on your perspective in life. I mean, obviously, sometimes people are just being really difficult and competitive, and you have no control over it. But when there is competition, and say in the workplace, it can either be sort of intimidating and bring about feelings that make you maybe a little bit worried about your job or stressful, or it can be motivating. So say you had, everyone's like, okay, whoever gets pretend we'll say you're in sales, whoever makes a sales quota first will get $100 gift certificate to, for a local restaurant or something. So in that case, it could be just fun and motivating, but you're not like penalized. It's just like a bonus if you happen to get there first. It's not like you're going to get in trouble if you don't meet the goal first. It's just sort of more of a friendly competition. If you're a runner, for example, and you do 5Ks on the weekend, it keeps you motivated throughout the week to train, and it gives you, a goal. But if you get really, into it, it could become really stressful if you get really bummed if you don't win or something. So it's a little bit about how you approach things and how you look at them, the energy of that card. Oh, and then we have the Ace of Cups. Okay, so this is a new beginning in emotions. So I sort of see maybe in the workplace there's a man, it doesn't have to be a man, but most likely a man with the qualities of the King of Cups. I think generally he's very kind. In times of extreme stress, you may see a little bit of anger or something from him. But mostly I think he's going to be a pretty caring guy. And for some reason, I sort of see this as not so much a fun, friendly competition, but more of the negative side. And I see a man potentially getting you away from this energy, whether he just brings you into his office and gives you reassurance and sort of a pep talk, like, don't worry about all that. You're doing a great job. You have nothing to worry about it. You just keep up the good work, something like that. Or if he offers you something new, a new job, a new project, a new position, that puts you in an atmosphere where you feel much better emotionally. So I would say if you're not your environment at work isn't so friendly, that you may be seeking a different environment, and there may be a boss or a man or an older person with the energies of this king that may assist you to give you a fresh start and make you feel better about your work, where you are, your place of business, or even give you a new opportunity. Perhaps also if you call upon your inner King of Cups energy and approach your coworkers with more camaraderie and friendliness. Some ways you may be able to diffuse a situation that perhaps has gotten a little bit too competitive or, backstabby. Just sort of maybe you can be the one to bring in the energy that gets the group a little bit back together if there's been some strife or conflict or tension, and be able to really make a new beginning for everyone. And especially if you are a manager, you may be called up to try to help diffuse some negative energy in the workplace this month. But for those of you looking that are in sort of a toxic work environment, I do see a new opportunity. So make sure you apply for jobs. It's not just going to be, handed to you. Make sure you're out talking to people and in a positive way. I'm looking for a new opportunity. You don't have to go into, my coworkers suck or my boss is a jerk. But, I'm looking for a fresh opportunity and I have a lot to offer and I'm really excited, and put yourself out there, put your resume out there, and you never know what might come up. Ooh, wow. Okay, so Knight of Cups. So whether you're in a relationship or single, there's going to be a change in emotion. So either you're, I would say it would be taking your relationship to a different level. So if you're single, it may be meeting someone. If you're with someone, it may be moving in together or getting engaged or getting married or deciding to have a baby or getting a house together, something, saying I love you. That's probably a big one. Sort of expressing your feelings to one another. That type of situation might be coming up for you this month. And the Seven of Pentacles. So for some of you, you may have been waiting for this for quite some time, and you probably are like, it's about time, because I've been super patient. So but just hang in there and be patient, because this card, the lesson of this card is that things are a process and you can't force them. If you plant corn, a kernel of corn, if you sit there sort of yelling at the dirt or, nagging or worrying about it, it's not going to do anything but make you miserable and the other farmers miserable, because it's a process. It takes a certain amount of time to grow. You can nurture it. You can make sure it has enough rain, enough water, enough fertilizer, enough sun. It's protected from bugs or whatever, and nurture it that way, but you cannot make it go any faster. It's like a baby. Babies have a certain amount of time that, gestation is a certain amount of time, and you can't nag or wish or hope or worry a baby any faster than it takes to grow. So hang on there, be patient, or if you've been patient, your patience is going to pay off. Wow, holy moly, and the Knight of Wands. So this is what I call my honeymoon card. This is just passion and excitement. Of course, being the honeymoon period doesn't last forever. So if you have been in the honeymoon period, the Knight of Cups could be more intimacy and more becoming, sometimes the passion sort of fades a little bit, but you become more intimate. You become more familiar and comfortable with each other. So it's a change. It's not good or bad. It's probably good. It's just different. So if things haven't been quite as passionate, they may take a passionate turn, or if they have been very passionate, they may take a more comfortable turn, but it's still evolving, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So that's a really nice reading. We have 2 change cards. You know what I just thought of? For some of you, we had the Ace of Cups over there in the work. So maybe you'll meet someone at work. I don't know. Be careful. It's your boss. I don't know if that's a good decision. Maybe you'll have to find a new job if that's the case. But so yeah, expressions of emotions, expressions of passion, change. But if you've been really patient, your patience is going to pay off, I think, this month. So thank you so much for watching, um, and I will see you at the next video. I hope you have a really lovely, lovely month. Take care.